Hey guys, ABBA is back, so I thought it'd be a nice time to learn Dancing Queen. If you want to download the lead sheet and use the play along video to practice this song, come join us over on Patreon. So we have a whole bunch of chords in the song. They're all down here. If you already know them, then feel free to skip ahead. Our first chord is A. You're going to put your first finger on the first fret of the third string and your second finger on the second fret of the fourth string, and here's A. Then our next chord is D sus2, and all you're going to do is add your third finger to the second fret of the third string, so it's in front of this first finger now. And here's D sus2. So then that's an easy transition, A, D sus2. Then our next chord is F sharp minor. You're going to have, again, first finger on the first fret of the third string, second finger, second fret of the fourth string, and now your third finger goes on the second fret of the second string. Here's F sharp minor. Then our next chord is E7 sus4. You're going to put your first finger on the second fret of the fourth string, second finger on the second fret of the third string, and your third finger on the second fret of the first string. Here's E7 sus4. Then we have B minor, and you're going to take your first finger and bar the whole second fret. You can also use your second finger to help you push down the strings. And your third finger will go on the fourth fret of the fourth string. Here's B minor. Then we have C sharp 7, another bar chord. You'll put your first finger on the first fret, cover all of the strings, and then your second finger goes on the second fret of the first string. Here's C sharp 7. And then we have F augmented. You'll put your first finger on the first fret of the third string, your second finger on the first fret of the second string, and your third finger on the second fret of the fourth string. Here's F augmented. And then our last chord is B7. You'll put your first finger on the second fret of the second string, second finger on the third fret of the third string, and your third finger on the fourth fret of the fourth string. Here's B7. So those are all the chords that we're going to need. So for our strumming pattern for this song, we're going to be doing down, 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 up, down, 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 up. That'll happen one time on each chord, and then if you see chords in brackets, we're going to split up the strumming pattern in between the two chords. So we'll have down, 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 up on each chord in the brackets. So let's learn how to play the verse. The first part of our chord progression is down below. We're going to start with A, then we go to D sus2, then back to A, and then we have F sharp minor. So with the strum it sounds like this. We have A, then D sus2, back to A, and then F sharp minor. Then we have the next line, and here are some bracketed chords. We have our E7 sus4 going to A, and then that gets repeated. So half strum on each, it'll sound like this. We have E7 sus4, A, E7 sus4, A. That's a big chord to say. And then our very last line, we have two F sharp minor chords. So with the strum, it'll sound like this. So that is one complete verse. We're going to play it a second time for the second verse, and then we have a little pre-chorus, and in that pre-chorus we're going to have our B minor chord followed by E7 sus4. So with the strum right there, it'll be like this. We have B minor, and then E7 sus4. So now here is the verse 2 times through, and then that little pre-chorus. Friday night and the lights are low, looking out for a place to go, where they play the right music, getting in the swing. You've come to look for a king. Anybody could be that guy. Night is young and the music's high. With a bit of rock music, everything is fine. You're in the mood for a dance. And when you get the chance. So that's the first part of the song. Also, if you want to hear a full cover of this song, I actually did one a few years ago. I will link it up here so that you can go watch it. Now we're going to learn how to play the chorus. The first part of the chord progression is below. It's mostly A and D sus2 with one little F sharp minor chord at the end. So here's that with the strumming pattern. We have A, then D sus2, then A again, D sus2, back to A, D sus2, then A one more time, and F sharp minor. Then in this next part, we have E7 sus4, then we have that C sharp 7 chord, and then we have some chords in brackets. We have the F sharp minor, followed by F augmented, and then B7. So here's that much with the strumming pattern. We have our E7 sus4, then C sharp 7, then F minor, F augmented, and B7. So then our very last line of the chorus, we're going to go back to some D sus2 chords, and then we'll go back to A, D sus2. It gets repeated twice. So here's that last line of the chorus with the strum. We have D sus2, then D sus2 again, and then A, and D sus2, back to A, and D sus2. So now here's the whole chorus with the words. You are the dancing queen, young and sweet, only 17. Dancing queen, feel the beat from the tambourine. Oh yeah, you can dance, you can jive, having the time of your life. Ooh, see that girl, watch that scene, digging the dancing queen. So that's how you play Dancing Queen by ABBA. Again, if you want the lead sheet and the play along video, come join us on Patreon. And also, there is a full cover of the song if you want to hear it. And thank you to Enya for sponsoring this video. If you're looking for a nice ukulele, I highly recommend Enya. So I will put a link to this particular uke down in the description. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you're having a really wonderful day. Please like the video if you liked it and subscribe, and I'll see you next Sunday for another video. Bye!